And I remember before we were in the prosthetic trailer, the first time Shazad and Ken and I ran lines together. We were at Shazad's apartment, and I hadn't heard Ken speak his Klingon at all, like what his voice was, who Cole was. And he, it's a very different voice from Ken's. And I remember just being like, whoa, this is totally different.
Yeah, that was a really special time when we very first started delivering our Klingon together. It really was like an opera.
Yeah.
We didn't fully understand what everyone was saying, but the emotions and the intent were behind it, and for some reason it just started to feel magical and flow together, and it was really special that first time.
Yeah.
Right, because you guys obviously knew what lines you were saying, but did they tell you what the other lines were? Did they just kind of give you a brief synopsis of what those lines were?
Well, we would get back translations of the full Klingon scenes. So, and we would have time, and certainly with episode 4, we had a fair amount of time to prep before the episode, and we worked with Rhea Nolan, our dialect coach specifically. Robin Stewart, our translator, would translate it, but then Rhea was really the liaison between the words and our delivery. And I remember drilling it. We would have like 2-hour sessions drilling it together. And I have a very different technique than Ken does. I like to go sentence by sentence, word for word. I mean, Ken does it in his own way, but that's how I would drill it with Rhea. But then once we were all in Toronto, then we kind of did a mixture. I remember like that we went to Shazad's and we would do kind of the literal back translation English. So we would all get a sense of like, oh, right, that word is kind of hitting that. That's what Ken's really, like, that's a moment that he's really hitting. Then we would do it fully in Klingon, fully in English, as was in the original English script. Like, we really just played around until we felt we had a sense of, like, the general emotional arc so that we could play more on set on the day. But there was no way we were going to get to that if we didn't take those extra hours. And I'm so grateful to Ken and Shazad, who always, showed up to do those extra sessions that, we just did it because we wanted to do good work.
Yeah.
I think Chaos Arya misspelled K-less. Sentiment's good there still.
Okay, yes. Kailash.
Oh, were you able to... Do you know what this means? Kapla, we know what... I can't even say.
Oh, Klingon Mach.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
We are Klingons. It's like success. We are Klingons.
Got it.
Nice. Whoa. Impressive.
It was a batleth drop.
I think people out there should know that, that you guys are just, Mary and Ken are some of the nicest people that I've ever met. And,
StreamYard doesn't
so nice.
The technology dies out as soon as you say something nice.
Sabotage.
Oh, there he is. He disappeared on my screen.
Let me hang on one second. Come back.
Oh.
Go.
Sirach loves us so much that he disappeared.
It's that level. That level.
While he's recalibrating the power couplings, Tamia Harper says, "Yay! Thank you all so much for being here." Really, a lot of people have been saying how much they appreciate you guys coming in. Kenneth, I know it's not always easy or ever easy, so we really appreciate your time. Mary, you've dedicated extra time to us and kind of putting together a couple extra things for us. So we really appreciate the effort both of you have given us, like above and beyond. Guys, yeah, so everybody at home, no, these guys aren't just showing up all like grumpy, fine, I'll do it. They're like, as Sirach was saying, they're two of the nicest, warmest, most supportive people of the fan base. Like, you guys have been so good to the Star Trek fan base, and I really hope that the Star Trek fan base has been good to you in turn.
Yes. Well, thank you for saying that. And it really is, I know, my pleasure, and particularly being here with Ken is such a joy. But yeah, the community is amazing. I mean, at this point, that's what gets me to show up. Is I've had so many incredible experiences in person and online with this community that that's the motivation for sticking to it. Is I want to be able to pay back that joy in any way I can.
Somebody with eagle eyes, Kristen Mackey, says Kenneth has a batleth in the background too. Warrior.
And a T-Rex. My son also loves Jurassic World, Jurassic Park.
Oh, cool. Where did you get the?
There's on my mantle is a Klingon ship.
Oh wow, cruiser.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or a warbird. Where did you get the batleth?
Good question. When we first were on we were still in the first season of the show. There was a Christmas party at Star Trek Licensing that John Van Sitters invited us to, Mary, myself, and Mary Wiseman, and my wife Susan went. And during the time we were there, they have this amazing room where they have all this wonderful licensed products, and we got to go in there and select a few things, and one of the things that I took home was the batleth.
Wow.
And my son plays with it all the time.
Yeah.
You just kind of take whatever you want. It's kind of like
Yeah.
It was like I got a Klingon robe. I got a couple of tribbles and a couple of Klingon books. Oh, and some Klingon beer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Warnog?
I scored.
I think it was the Warnog. I'm not a beer drinker, and I took a respectful sip, and I was like, wonderful. All the Klingons.
It is the honorable thing to do.
Yes, very honorable. But it is amazing. I mean, the fact that there are actual, Klingon beers and all that. I mean, all of that stuff is just amazing. And I was going to say it was like Christmas, but it literally was the Christmas party.
Oh.
Because they had all of these extra things that we could grab. And I also got a batleth and a few other. I got a fun number one dad glass for my dad, and I don't know, a Delta mug and various things. But that was, I remember that too, because Mary Wiseman was in town randomly, working or something, and she had texted me, I think that day. And Ken and I had already, we knew we were going to go with Susan and all that. But then Mary was like, what are you up to? And I was like, do you want to go to Long Beach and go to the licensing Star Trek party? And she was like, yeah, I do. And we all, because it's an hour drive. That was a really fun, very special.
It was awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
they put on a great spread.
Yeah.
All the desserts and food were all designed in
Mhm.
sort of Star Trek theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
I mean, it's a real testament to how wonderful our Star Trek community is. Who would think that you'd become close with Star Trek licensing and all the different departments, but there's just such wonderful people all across the board, and you get to interact with them all the time at the conventions and on set and stuff. So my hat goes off to the whole community. When it went out to John.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Garrick popped in with some shenanigans when you're trying to give compliments. Would you like to finish what you're saying? Sorry.
Yeah, they're jamming my signal over there. But I wanted to say that really awesome people. That meeting you guys was a pleasure and a real joy. That still continues to this day. You guys are some of the most down-to-earth people, and you could tell when you deal with people that are pretentious or, full of themselves. And I want people out there to know that you guys are really humble and just awesome people to go out and support and make sure that you show your love to these people, because they deserve it. And they are really talented and just warm-hearted, really good people. And I'm glad that you're part of the Star Trek family, because we'll be seeing each other for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Thank you.
so much, Rock. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a second.
Yeah, Melissa was with me actually when I first saw you guys. Aaron and Melissa and I, and we were all together. I think it was in London somewhere, or in England.
Oh yeah.
And
Birmingham, I think.
Yeah.
Destination.
And just yes, and just seeing you guys there, I said, I was just like, those guys are cool. I'd love to talk to them. It's also good to have like a new batch of young energy infused into the franchise, because a lot of the actors were I'm the youngest, so finally seeing people that were my age or younger was a great thing, right?
Yeah.
Finally,
Totally.
25 years later.
Yeah.
Finally. So I've been waiting and praying for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, so
when
great
I
to see you.
saw you, it was like, who is this guy with the cool hat and the kicks?
Yeah.
I like this guy. I want to get to know him. And when I did finally get to talk to you, you were even cooler and nicer than you looked, man. So I appreciate all the love. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say the same thing about the guy with the flannel and the beanie and the gloves on?
Yeah.
That's an Aaron Iceberg reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was happy to have new people to play with. and that you all were so receptive to his energy.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, energy recognizes energy. I feel like that's very true. Part of why Ken and I came together when we did, like, from meeting each other on set, and then it was like, oh, we're these types of people. Great, good, another one, haha. And I did want to say too, like, I was during that year, that was our first real convention year, and it was the 25th anniversary for Deep Space Nine, and I'm a real Deep Space Nine lover, so I was just geeking out all over the place. I was just seeing all you guys like, hey, like, I think you're really cool. So it was like a triple thrill, because, like you said, like, to be like, actors that I had admired on screen and stories I had loved, and then to realize, we're of a similar energy and passion was really a thrill.
Yeah. Did you guys ever get a chance to meet JG and Bob O'Reilly?
Yes. Yeah. We've had definitely a lot of interactions with Bob. I've met JG, but I'm hoping to connect with him more. I know that I think there's like a Chancellor talk in our future.
That would be great.
Good.
And I love Martok. He was definitely, there was a lot of his story that different from Laurel's, but it's certainly an ascending to power. There was a lot I took from what he did and his performance. But yeah, both of them are just so lovely. Bob actually at that Birmingham convention, right? He crashed we had our duo panel, and he came on in full regalia.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, he's always great.
Those guys have such great spirits, and they've been very welcoming of the new Klingons and the new cast. So it feels great.
Yeah.
You're part of that Klingon.
Yeah, I went out drinking with them one time at a convention, and it was a Klingon drinking party.
Oh man!
All parties are Klingon drinking parties.
It was about as rowdy a party I've been to at a convention. So
that tracks for sure.
Yeah.